Hello. So August was all about guest sessions for CYC. We had a session with Cassie from the Coco Club where we looked at cabaret as a style of performance and how it can intertwine individuality, pop culture, social movements all in one place. And each of the participants had a chance to create their own short cabaret performance focused on something that they're passionate about. They came up with some great stuff that I'm sure is going to feed into the rest of the process as well. And then we had a session with Andy Fields where we talked about how we can interact with the audience when we're not going to be in the same room as them. So we did some thinking about what all the audience members will have access to at home. So things like a view or a glass of water. And we started to think about how we can use those things to create an accessible but interactive experience for the audience members at home. We also had a session where we watched the Black Panther documentary, and then we discussed how a social movement's image can really have an effect on their impact. So things like their logo and their slogan and how they present themselves to the world, and how they use artwork as well. And that was a really interesting session that got us thinking about how we might want to brand ourselves too. And then finally, in the last 2 weeks, we had a session with June Lin from Asia Arts, which was really fantastic because it was a bit different. The group had a chance to do a bit more creative writing and really use their imagination, thinking about how they envision the world in the future and what kind of tools and what kind of social movement we'd need to create that world as well. So it's been really fun. And now we're moving away from the guest sessions. We've got one more left, but then we're going to start reflecting on all of the things that we've learned so far, sharing what we've made so far, and starting to think about how we're going to put that all together in a show and what kind of focus we're going to have for that show as well. So it's exciting at the moment because we're really moving forward with everything, and I think it's going to be great.